Welcome back to GCTV and welcome back to the closing moments. 8 months of travel, 16 stages and 3 different continents. And finally we reach the point at the end of this Global Champions League season that sees the greatest team we've ever watched do it again here in Prague. Normally we try and make this smooth, we try and find a break to bring the riders in, and I don't feel that tonight is the night. Christian Kukuk is behind the camera, McMahon is behind the camera, Philip Weishout is behind the camera. Grab one of those, let's start chatting. Let's just jump straight in. Have you recovered? It doesn't look like you have. Talk to me. What's going on inside here?
I feel like I'm 100 kilos lighter now.
Shattered, you're looking.
I'm tired. I'm happy. I'm satisfied. Yeah, such an emotional moment. Yeah, it could stay like that forever. But yeah, like I said, I'm extremely tired now, but what a moment. Wow, what a show, what an event.
Ludger Beerbam, please come through. You deserve a spot on the stage as much as anyone does. Let Ludger come through as well here, and the caps as well, yes.
That's the only reason why I came.
No, and you're the reason I've been waiting, and I'd like Philip to pass the mic to you, because I have a question for you, Ludger. Pushed until the final day on the Global Champions League, and pushed until the final fence in this Super Cup. What does it say about the mental strength of your riders to win on both of those occasions?
Yeah, I think it's without a question shows the skills they have. I mean, pressure is of course one major factor, especially when you see today the final round. But it's not only mental strength and dealing with pressure. It's of course also skills in how you ride, how you perform, how you work your horse, how you prepare yourself and your horse for each and every event throughout the whole season. And then to come here on, I mean, if we are completely open, I mean, there's 3 different horses, 3 different little bit types of riders, but each and every one in themselves 100% accurate and strong. It's a really unbelievable pleasure for me to have these boys on board, and we work together, we are one team. It's a big motivation, and I really have to say, I've said it before in the press conference in Riyadh, I mean, I can only say all my respect for that, what they've done. Not only today, the whole season.
Oh, and you made jokes in Riyadh about being surprised and happy that you were selected to jump those final stages. You come here and deliver the performances that you've done. What does it do for you mentally, emotionally, to come on this stage, to repay that faith in the selection and deliver the performance that you did this week?
Yeah, I must say it was a lot of pressure. I really wanted to do well here, not only for the team but for my horse. I really felt like she was in great shape, and I really, Ludger also, we really believed in her, and I thought how she jumped this week was unreal. She had the last fence down on the first night, but it was a tiny fault, more of a rider error, and I thought she jumped absolutely unbelievable today.
Christian, when we finished Riyadh and you guys have been crowned champions, you told us about how proud you were, how happy you were, but you said you still wanted to win more. There's still more to go. And I think you were talking about 2024, but this was still in the way as well. No team that has ever won GCL comes to Prague and wins the Super Cup. Talk to me about the moment of being able to put the cherry on the cake as we describe you as the best team of all time that we've seen. This had a big role of adding to that title. You've done it now. What does that say about this team, about your team members, to put that extra cherry on the cake here in Prague? To do what no one has done before.
Yeah, I mean that is a little bit statistic, but it just shows what kind of a year we had. I think it means really a lot to all of us, and not only to us 4 here. There are many people behind us and also at home cheering for us. It really means a lot. Like Philip said, we felt like we wanted to come here, and we wanted to make that history done here. We felt good, but you know, you saw over the days how exciting actually this sport and how much it can change in 1 second. One unlucky pole down and you are gone. But yeah, I think the performance over the year and then now in the final was actually well deserved for the people at home, for the horses, for the grooms, and for us. And I think tonight we just should be very happy.
As so you should be. Owen, can you give that mic to Philip quickly? A final question. Yeah, Philip, when you were coming out for that final round, there was a joke that he was keeping you on your toes. When his fault went down, you would have known immediately that you had zero room. You talk about feeling 100 kilos lighter. Can I ask you professionally, as an athlete, coming through that in-gate, talk to us about what was going through your mind. What were you trying to deal with in your head, knowing what was needed for your team to deliver the biggest prize?
I think I'm lucky that I can handle the pressure pretty well. I like it actually when it's really important, and when I got in and I heard the commentator basically just telling me what I wasn't really 100% sure about the second. He said I have to be clear in 73 seconds. We weren't that quick in calculating it in the warm-up. I said something about 71, 72. Then I heard and I knew exactly my time and what I have to do. And then I just have to deliver, and then you're basically in a tunnel. Then it doesn't matter. You don't hear anything. You just do your round, and you basically feel very united. That's actually in our sport the moment you are closest to your horse, in my opinion. In this moment, it's just you and the horse, and basically both brains work ideally together, and this is what makes the sport so beautiful.
All right, Ludger Beerbam, Philip Weishaupt, Owen McMahon, Christian Kukuk, you have a press conference to get to. I will right here in front of you all say congratulations.
Thank you very
much. You are the
much.
best to ever do it, and it's been our pleasure to watch you. Off you go to the press conference, Riesenbeck International. It's been superb, brother. Congratulations, well done. It's been great to see. Well done, well done. Riesenbeck International. I repeat again, and still there are loads of Riesenbeck International fans in the top tiers of the arena here in Prague at the O2. They have been sensational to watch, and it really has been our privilege throughout the entire season to be able to watch them do what it is that they have done, shatter every record, get onto all the podiums, all the points, the lowest penalties. And if we take you back to Riyadh, where we thought maybe this might be the only podium celebration for this team because of the Super Cup curse, I beg your pardon. We watched them celebrate in Riyadh. We watched this final moment where they were crowned champions of the Global Champions League. And as we said, the lowest penalty count, the most podiums, the most wins, the best to ever do it, and to be crowned champions of the Global Champions League. They were holding on to their reign. They were going on to make it a double, 2 for 2. Then as Berlin Eagles, now as Riesenbeck International. And that was the start of the title collection. That was the start of this incredible trophy haul of this Riesenbeck International team powered by Kingsland. Ludger Beerbam alongside his soldiers doing the job, doing the work in Riyadh at the Global Champions League final. Then you fast forward, then you come through to Prague here at the O2 Arena, and with an even bigger celebration, an even more important podium, an even bigger price tag on it as well, and they go and do the unthinkable and win here in Prague to be crowned the GCL Super Cup champions, to perform the GCL double. This has been sensational from Riesenbeck International. Let's remind you as to what it looked like on the podium just a few moments ago, as all three of the finishing teams, Paris Panthers finishing in third place. It has been a huge season for them and for Rob Hoekstra in particular, pushing Riesenbeck all the way to the wire in the Global Champions League season, and then on top of it to get onto the podium here in Prague. Valkenswaard United, so close last year, losing out to the Miami Celtics, and unfortunately for them, so close again. But it is all about these men. It is all about Riesenbeck International, and it is all about them making history and showing us exactly what it is to do when you are looking at the greatest of all time. Philip Weishaupt, Christian Kukuk, Owen McMahon, led superbly by Ludger Beerbam. And do not underestimate the fact of that superb management, because it is that very management that has led this team to be as great as they are. Paris Panthers, as we mentioned, in third place, have been outstanding all season. We caught up with Ben Mayer after their performance.
Ben, the team have been amazing all season. It's been incredible to watch. What's it been like to be a part of?
I've been part of a few teams now, but the Paris Panthers team has been fun to be a part of. We've got incredible riders. We used a lot of horses throughout the season. And we've all had our ups and downs, but we've all held each other together in the end. Just didn't quite get the final year that we wanted and we were trying to achieve from the beginning, but all the horses jumped good and things just didn't go our way today.
It didn't go your way, but just talk me through those second rounds.
Yeah, the other two riders held us together the first round. It was a bit unexpected from Faltic. I got stuck in the triple and there's no way I could help him get out. It was There's just no room for me to do anything. And he jumped a great round in the second round. I just felt that I should help him a bit. I don't think any horse jumped the last fence particularly well, but he just caught the white plank. Very hard for me to see my teammates when I'm the last rider to go. Gregory has been incredible all weekend, deserved more today. And Harry also jumped a great first round and a bit unfortunate second round, but it's a tough ring and great atmosphere, but big jumps and like we would expect for a final like this. And yeah, it's easy to knock jumps down.
You've jumped in Prague before, but just how special is this event?
It's yeah, it's a shame it's not going to be here next year. All the riders, we all love it here. It's an incredible city, sell-out stadium here every day. It's really what makes coming to Prague so special for us. We ride all over the world, but the fans and the atmosphere and the shows they put on here will be hard for any country to emulate next year. So we enjoy it while we're here, and maybe one day we'll be able to come back.
Well done to all the team.
Thank you.
It's been an outstanding season for Ben Mayer, who certainly delivered for the Paris Panthers in the Global Champions League throughout the season. And now to come to Prague and get onto the podium for a third-place finish. It has been very, very good for Ben and outstanding for Paris Panthers. We talk about good management for Riesenbach International. Well, Rob Hoekstra, when it comes to good management, is as good as it gets. It's the reason why Paris were able to push Riesenbach all the way down to the wire. Gilles Thomas from Valkenswaard United catches up with us. The young under-25-year-old, question marks over his selection tonight, preferred over Edwina Tops-Alexander. Gilles Thomas responded beautifully with a 4 in the first round and a clear in the second. We caught up with him to get his thoughts.
Gilles, you're the under-25 rider in the team, sandwiched between two legends tonight. What was that like for you? How much pressure was on your shoulders to deliver?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Like together in a team with John and Marcus are two living legends. I always looked up to them, and then now riding in the same team, I felt really, really good.
You're also very much riding at the same level. You pulled out a clear tonight when it was really needed. In that arena, how did that feel?
Yeah, it was not so easy, I think, today, actually the whole weekend, but my horse was in fantastic shape. She didn't do so much shows in the beginning of the year, but I think that's why she was so good in shape now this week.
This is the third time the team have been second here. I know that must be slightly frustrating. Did you feel like you might have it tonight?
Oh yeah, it was close. We had the same points. We lost by the time. But I think we struggled a bit in the quarterfinals, struggled a bit in the semi-finals. So I think we can be happy with our second place in the finals.
You deserve the second for sure, and you made the event tonight very exciting, but I can imagine as a rider quite a different feeling.
Yeah, it's amazing when you cross the finish line after the last fence. All the atmosphere, all the people. It's such a beautiful arena to create a big atmosphere. So it was really nice.
Congratulations to the whole team.
Thank you.
Superb performance for Gilles Thomas, who now is going to be a major asset to his team in the 2024 season. We remind you how things ended before we get some wonderful shots of Riesenbach International. These are the results from Prague on the final day of the Global Champions League season here in the final of the GCL Super Cup. Riesenbach International get onto the podium. Valkenswaard United finish in second place, and Paris Panthers, as mentioned, in third. Prague Lions, their best ever finish in a GCL Super Cup final. Finished in last place last year in their only final appearance, this time around in fourth. Superb achievement for them. Madrid Emotion, the 2018 champions, down in sixth with a penalty count of 52, unfortunately. Saint-Tropez Pirates finishing with 40 penalties in fifth place. And before we wrap and do some extra thoughts, let's just show you some beautiful moments of Riesenbach International, who have dominated not just this week, but the entire season. This is Riesenbach International doing what they do best, breaking records and showing the rest of the world how show jumping should look from start to finish across the 16 stages, 3 continents and 8 months worth of travel. Riesebeck International go on to dominate from start to finish. Owen McMahon, Philip Weissau, Christian Kuckuck in particular towards the latter stages of the competition delivered performance after performance after performance, and take nothing away from Ludger Biederbaum and the impact that he has had on this team. Christian Kuckuck and Checker, not the rounds that he would have wanted with a 4 and 4 over round 1 and round 2, but being the team man that he is, we saw in Riyadh that he was happy to sit in the kiss and cry as long as it benefited the team. The fact that Philip Weissau has delivered the goods might just make him forget all too well about those set of 4s that he delivered today, because the team got over the line, and that is what mattered most to him, as he certainly has played a massive role, especially over the summer, how busy he was, making sure that the team was able to collect valuable points during that really very, very busy block. And talk about handling pressure, talk about delivering, talking about the it's me moments. Well, Philip Weissau in front of this jam-packed crowd, knowing that he had absolutely no room for error. He could not be slow, he could not have a fence down. And on this incredible young bay, still just 9 years of age, Zinedine and Philip Weissau explode with energy, explode with emotion. In fact, throwing the helmet up in the air as well, celebrating the moment that saw them do what everyone said was impossible, complete the GCL double, and go on to do what no one has done before. Before we wrap and say goodnight, we're joined by our wonderful colleagues Rosie Tapner, Fredrik de Backer joining us in studio. Looks a little bit different now, doesn't it, guys? Entire stadium emptied out. Closing thoughts. Rosie Tapner, you've been with us for the last 5, 6, 7 stages. I've lost count now. Building up to the climax here, you've been watching the crowd, you've been watching the riders, you've been with all the management. The emotion that you saw on the kiss and cry tonight, that really told the story of how dramatic a stage this really is, isn't it?
I think I was in the best seat in the house, actually, to be sat next to the connections, the owners, the trainers, everyone was there, and you get the rawest emotion as well, most of them hanging onto my shoulder as their teammates were jumping. It's just the most special event. I think anyone that may have watched tonight, that may have not watched the sport tonight, can only be hooked on the sport now, because it doesn't get any better than that. It's very sad to see it coming down so quickly, but the atmosphere was sensational, and for me to be down by the kiss and cry and getting those reactions, the winners, interviewing them straight away, you get that raw emotion, you could see them tearing up, and that's what it's all about for them. You know, we talk about winners, we talk about champions, but when it comes down to the very end, you see that emotion come out, all that hard work that none of us see behind the scenes, the 4 a.m. get-ups, the mucking out the horses, the riding 10, 15 horses a day, travelling the world. We don't see that. What we see is the end product. Yeah. So for them, it's all that emotion coming out.
Fredrik de Backer, you've watched every single season of Global Champions League. You and I have run out of words and descriptions for Riesebeck International. Try and sum up for me what they've done in this GCL double, what they've done this season, here tonight in particular. We've never seen anything like this before.
We'll always come short with superlatives to describe Riesebeck International. Can it be done again? I don't know. But when watching everything unfold, there was a flashback of 2018 when Ludger Biederbaum finished second in the Launching Global Champions Tour Super Grand Prix. Going into the press conference and saying, it's a milestone in show jumping, you know, and the man...
I remember that famous quote.
Has been around, has won a thing or two, every Grand Prix in the world, every Nations Cup in the world, probably every medal at every championship in the world. And then becomes a manager of a Global Champions League team, rides on that Global Champions League team, wins the season with him on the team, breaks his leg in the 2023 season, steps off the team, other riders come in, and again he puts all the effort in managing that team. Wins here the Super Cup, and then he stands there as just, call it an ordinary fan, no longer as one of the greatest of all times, not as the manager, and wells up with tears in his eyes, describing the pride that he feels for these horses, for these riders, for his owners of the horses, owners of the team.
He tried to get away by just delivering caps tonight.
You cannot understate the importance of those 5-6 seconds of Ludger Biederbaum welling up and delivering those words, just nearly choking on those words and on the tears. It says everything about this season and about this final and about these fans and about that team, everything.
Rosie, how would you wrap up the Prague playoffs for 2023?
Oh, just sensational. I'm so privileged to have been a part of it, to be here, to witness that atmosphere in person. I don't know how it came across at home. It must have been amazing, but to be here was something else. I'm lost for words, actually, just how amazing it is, and to witness that emotion and to see it in person is really special.
Fredrik, I heard Rosie try and put you on the spot. I think it may have been yesterday, asking you for your favorite Global Champions League moment.
Sorry, Fredrik.
And you said to her, impossible, don't put me on that like now. I'm not going to do it to you either, but I would like to ask you, when you stand here now, and it's actually quite poetic as they begin to break it down awfully soon, I agree, but as we stand here tonight, as they begin to work down the stadium, and we think to the year that has been, the work that you have done, the hours that you have put in to stand here tonight and once again bring it close to a Global Champions League season. What does it mean for you as a commentator, for you who lives and breathes the sport, to watch what you do?
It's a tough question. There's nothing like it. Yeah, there's nothing like it. It's unbelievable. Yeah.
You can see the emotion.
Yeah, no, it's...
And it's allowed. Please, don't...
No, just let's carry on.
You want to leave it there?
Yeah.
It has been an absolute pleasure to work with both Rosie, and in fact there's a far greater team besides the three of us here, I can assure you of that. We have worked with some superb journalists as well. I think of Grace Kelly, who's done a great job for us over the year as well. We think about everyone that works on this marketing team, that works behind the scenes, the camera crew as well, inside the truck, all of the partners that we work with that allows Fredrik, Rosie, myself to be able to deliver this product day in and day out, week in and week out. It has been a sensational journey, one that we hope to continue bringing to you in 2024 as well. We want to quite literally bring the lights down and say goodbye and thank you for a superb season. Rosie, thank you. Fredrik, thank you. It is an absolute pleasure to work with you, sir, in particular. And it's been a pleasure to have you join us on this GCTV journey for the 2023 season. Thank you. Good night. Go well. Enjoy, hopefully, a break over the December period. And we will see you again in 2024 for more of the best show jumping in the world.